Diary. Good evening. It's the end of November 2024. We're here in the study unboxing the Strong 4G LTE Category 6 Wi-Fi router. I believe it has Wi-Fi AC networking. And the reason we're doing this is we're trying to find a gold standard reproducible router which uses a SIM card to get its internet, which might be suitable for people in our village of Wixford in England. Now, we've already reviewed one Mercusis product which didn't fit the bill. This is a slightly more expensive product. It came in at £40, but the list price is £100. So it's a 60% discounted product. I wonder why the discount is so strong. We're going to just do the unboxing first, and I shall talk about the product before we actually do an actual practical demonstration of the product and look at see what the actual performance is like. Now, as you can see from this outer box, it's a SIM-based router with 4G networking. It does have two external antennae. So I'm not particularly in favour of such a product. If the antenna could be inside the box, then people with little or no computing skill, or people who are clumsy, or people who are perhaps old and not used to computer equipment, have less opportunity to knock said antennas over and hence unit over. So this does have two external antennas. I'm going to mark it down for that. It's got a SIM card slot, obviously, because it's a SIM card router, and it's talking about the fact that it's got SIM card adapters included. So that's to be seen. It says it's got Wi-Fi speeds up to 1200 megabits per second. Now, that's all well and good, but in our case, the use case for this is for one person or family, let's say, to get an internet connection. This does have has a number of ports at the bottom here, so you could attach Ethernet connected devices, and in that situation, maybe the Wi-Fi speed might be relevant. But since the internet speed I think we're going to get from our SIM is going to be way lower than 1200 megabits per second, the fact that it's got this faster wireless networking is, well, yeah, not very interesting. So that's what it looks like from the front of the box. Two detachable antennas, category 6 modem, 1200 megabits per second Wi-Fi. Again, I don't think that's relevant. 4 Ethernet ports. It's unlocked. 4 years of warranty, which is surprisingly good. So we're going to Mr. Box. We're going to open it up. We've got a decent sized adapter. Got some aerials, bits of paper, and drum roll, the box itself. Actually, it's quite large, but here's a mouse for comparison purposes. So it's like 2 mice by 1.5 mice. It does look quite nice. I'm always a sucker for how nice these products look, and I guess here inside this, oh yeah, so it looks like you can have. Oh yes, that's where we're going to attach the aerials. So I guess may have internal aerials. We're going to see if we're going to open it up, switch it on, put the SIM card in, and see how it performs. A report to follow. Okay, so the results are in, and I would say that the £39 router which is SIM based, which I bought from Amazon, is holding up quite well. This is the Strong router. It's averaging about 40 megabits per second internet connection, even in bad weather conditions. We've got 37 there. It's not going to set the world on fire. It is a category 6 modem. And I compare that with the speed of about 60 or 70 from my reference MikroTik system. So I thought I'd just finish off by saying, so it gets a thumbs up. To my great pleasure, it doesn't require an external aerial. So the 2 aerials that you saw in the unboxing don't need to be attached. And in fact, if they are attached, the speed goes down. So I'll leave them off. So yes, for £39, I think it's an excellent deal. I'm just going to go through the menu system here so you can see the menu isn't quite as good as the cheaper router that I recently also reviewed. So you can see the status of the system. You can change the network mode to 4G or 3G or auto. You can obviously set the APN that you're going to need for, in this case, Vodafone. You can set the network that you want to use. One thing I would recommend, by the way, is that as a professional, I set the network number. So this, I would call this network number 188. When I give this system to an end user, I would change the network number. So, and that's because if I install a VPN connection to their home, so I can assist with a takeover or look at their home network with their permission, if my home network number is the same as the destination network number, it leads to a lot of problems. So it's best to always increment this by one for every client that I get. And we have less than 256 people in the village, so I think we're okay. Yeah, anyway, so you can set the network number, the DNS, etc. I think I've switched off IP6. Okay, there's some settings for IP6. The wireless settings. You can enable or disable 2.4 and 5 gig radios separately, and I do notice that you can have automatic channels. Yeah, so you can have bandwidth of the channel to be 80 megahertz, which is quite good. So considering this is a £40 device, you can set the channel to 20, 40 or 80 for better performance. So it's exceptional for such a cheap product. Security, there is a firewall. It's a bit random as to what it's actually doing here, sort of low, medium, high. But there are other interesting things like URL filters and MAC filters, so you can prevent people accessing the system with a certain MAC address or prevent a URL to be accessed. And there's password. So yes, £39. Give it the thumbs up. The link will be in the YouTube description. Thanks for watching.